Come on. G'day everyone, welcome back to another live stream here at the Australian Reptile Park. Thanks for tuning in every week as we feed Elvis, our giant saltwater crocodile. Now we really do hope you enjoy these videos. We get a lot of really good feedback about it. It's obviously things are a bit strange at the moment, everything going on in the world, so if we can provide you a little bit of entertainment working with our big salty, then as I said, we do appreciate all the amazing feedback we get as well. Now, my name's Dan. I've got a few people in here with me today. I've got Jakey over there rocking the mask there. I've got Brando in the corner as well. So they're basically my backup for today's feed, and I've also got Caitlin on the camera. Now, the idea of this whole feed is obviously we're going to try and show where crocodiles are dangerous. Now, they're obviously a potentially very dangerous animal, but I always like to say potentially first because to be honest, they are so easy to avoid. Now, for you to have a negative interaction with a saltwater crocodile, you've got to make a couple of really poor decisions. Now, it's obvious where saltwater crocodiles live, in the northern parts of Australia, and obviously they primarily inhabit the water. And that's where they're dangerous. So if you like to visit the northern parts of Oz, and it is spectacular up there, and I tell everyone that hasn't do it, make sure, once the borders open up again, to please do it. Please take care in crocodile country. Saltwater crocs are dangerous in the water and at the water's edge. So if you don't go swimming in areas where saltwater crocodiles are found, you can't be eaten by one. If you don't stand too close to the water's edge where saltwater crocodiles are found, once again, you can't be eaten by one. Elvis is not designed to chase you or I on land. We're land mammals. We've got legs underneath us. We can move very quickly on land. He can't. He's got a really poor body design for moving on land quickly. He's got short little stumpy, like little T-Rex arms on the side. He's got the biggest belly on the planet, and he's got this huge, big, thick, muscular tail. Now imagine the energy he would have to exert to carry that body out on land to chase down you or I. They're simply not going to bother. It's a different story if you're swimming where saltwater crocodiles are found. Because by the time you realise a croc's coming up next to you, if you think you're going to outswim him, absolutely no chance. Ian Thorpe couldn't outswim a saltwater crocodile. If you're close enough to a croc in the water, he's going to grab out. And you do not want that to happen. And I'm about to show you why. Jake the snake's going to grab the phone for me. We'll go down a bit closer. Got my little habits. Alright, so what we're going to do is bring the crocodile around to the water's edge. We'll tap the water a few times with my little tapping stick, and then we'll see how he goes. Hopefully he'll put a bit of a hit on. You're never quite sure how fast he's going to come out some days. Some days he can really surprise you with a really explosive hit. Other days he walks out quite slowly, and he kind of, all those things we talk about how dangerous they are, you start not to believe them. We'll see how he goes. So you have a little look at the food. He'll wind up the tail there. He's just going to walk out today. We'll get that camera in nice and close. A couple of whacks there. Alright, we'll get him up a little bit. Top of legs the chicken. So we get that camera in there. You're going to get a really good shot of his teeth. Look at those chompers. For all those people that have seen crocodiles at other places all around Australia, you don't see teeth as good as that anywhere else. He has incredible teeth. Now, saltwater crocodiles typically have between 64 and 72 cone-shaped teeth. And look at the way those teeth are... Oh no. Look at that, he's coming back for the... He's forgetting about the little chicken, he wants the big giant turkey. Or maybe he's excited by Jake's little chicken legs, I'm not sure. I've got to try and get past him here. Oh, this is a bit dangerous, Caitlin. What do you think? We'll go past him quick. There we go. All right, come on, El. And what we need him to do is start to reverse back into the water. But he's stuck there a little bit. All right, Jake, get that camera in nice and close and look at that big smile. I'll give the water a few cuts and hopefully we'll be able to bring him back a little bit. Come on, El. Come. Come on. He's like, come on, boy. Come on. Alright, let's just give him a sec, he'll come back. He'll turn in a minute. It gives us a bit of time to catch our breath. Now usually after he gets a feed, he's pretty well conditioned that he'd swing straight back into the water and he'd start making his way around to the other side. But he had a little bit of a change. Here he goes, watch him move his body now. The legs push his body backwards and he'll swing around nice and quick. Geez, that's intimidating when you're that close to a crocodile with a head as big as that. Now see the way he's sitting in the water right now? He's got his eyes, you can see them quite clearly. Those black slits behind his eyes are his ears. And that thing at the front there, that little bulbous eye holes at the top there, they're his nostrils. So right now, he's sitting with his nostrils, his eyes, and his ears all above the surface of the water, which means not only can he see, but he can hear and smell everything that's going around. And the way he's soaring through the top of the water right now is very much what you'd see a captive croc do. Elvis knows that me and Jake and Brando can see him quite clearly, so he's not bothering hiding anymore. He's not going to do that in the wild. Why would you hide a predator like a kangaroo, sorry, a prey item like a kangaroo or a horse or even a feral pig? Would get very nervous if they saw that big head sitting above the surface. So they'd sit below the surface. And how they can find an animal like a feral pig coming down to the water's edge is by their footsteps. So you could imagine feral pigs stepping over to the side of the edge of a 100-metre wide riverbank. They come down to take a drink of fresh water. They're stepping ever so closely. Crocodile knows exactly where they are, and that's because of these tiny little pressure receptors they have on every scale of their body. They're called ISOs, or integumentary sense organs. Now they can feel an animal the size of a bandicoot, small little mammal, coming down to the water's edge to take a drink. So a feral pig, kangaroo, maybe even a water buffalo does exactly that. Comes down because it's thirsty up in the top end. They come down to have a drink of fresh water. They stick their head in, crocodile strikes out, grabs them, game over, kangaroo, game over, feral pig, game over, water buffalo. If this animal grabs you on the head, you're most likely going to be dead instantly because they have the strongest bite force of any animal on the planet by a mile. Let's see if we can get him out again. Like that. So that's more like a strike. That's where they really start to... Come on. What if I bring my legs in a bit closer? There we go. And as Ranger Mick would say, straight down the... Oh, and a little burp at the end there for you. A nice thank you, Elvis. Good manners. Lucky there's no female crocodiles around watching that. Oh, wow, big burp to finish it off. Isn't this amazing? To be this close to a giant saltwater crocodile. We're so lucky to share the planet with amazing animals just like this. I told you at the start of the talk how easy it is to avoid one of these big fellas in the wild, and hopefully we do that. Crocodiles have been on the planet for such a long period of time. They're so important to their ecosystem. They of course are an apex animal. Everything that goes on in that ecosystem comes back to the top. They sit right at the top, of course. I'm so lucky, so's Jake, so's Brandon, so's Caitlin in the corner there, to be able to spend our days working with such an incredible beast. Now I've got to go get my breath back. It's almost the weekend, so I reckon a few shandies later. But thank you all here in the crowd for watching today. I hope you enjoyed that. Also, all you folk at home, keep tuning in every week. We love hearing about making your day, so keep tuning in. Elvis is going to head back to the water to warm himself up. Thanks for watching, and no doubt we'll see you all back at the reptile park very, very soon. Hooroo, guys. See you next time.